This is the Ridge Runner here. Recently rather, I have found myself in need to throw together a bug out bag in a hurry. I had one taken from me, and it was quite an alarming situation to know that somebody had stolen a colossally huge amount of things. And this is the beginning of me documenting putting a new one together. Now, obviously this doesn't look like a new backpack, and it's not. In fact, it's identical to the one I had before, and it needs work. It may be replaced. This one here has some structural defects in it that I don't know if I want to risk maintaining in an emergency situation. So, without further ado, we're going to talk a little bit about what goes into throwing in if you need to get a emergency kit together quickly. If you feel like maybe this is the time to do it, and you have the money now, and maybe you just realize that it's time to get going on it, and you're going to start throwing together things and you don't have a lot of money. This is a good way to start. Alright? Some of the things in here are pricey because I already had them around, but I can tell you that you can get things similar to it for a lot cheaper. Let's take a look at what we have here. Okay, let me start by saying this is by no means complete. There are some glaring deficiencies here that I need to address. And you can feel free to point out any I don't point out in the discussion area. I'd love to hear your ideas and maybe some new choices I can make. Mind you, I had been building my old kit for many years, and this is a real impact on my life that I have to replace these things. Some of these things were these are stopgap measures to replace much more expensive versions of the same item. Alright, I'm going to start on my left and go with the cutlery section. Alright, and there might be cutlery other places here, but this is primarily what I've got. Alright, this is a Cold Steel SRK. Alright, I'm a big fan of these knives. I have a bunch of them, and I got the old Carbon V versions of them because they're a good knife, and they're high carbon steel, and I'm a big fan of that. You can't find them anymore. If you find them on eBay, buy them, because they come in some kind of a stainless steel option now that I'm not entirely sure about. I have not handled one. If Cold Steel or somebody dealing with Cold Steel would love to send me one of these, I would be happy to test it. I can tell you, though, that the Carbon V version is rock solid. This is a file here. It's good for machetes. It's good for a lot of different items. Machetes, I wouldn't use them on a knife. Maybe on an axe, though. File's kind of handy in a lot of different things. This is a SOG Fast Hawk. Okay, this isn't my first choice for an outdoor hatchet, but I have been able to take it out and play with it, and it does chop. And in a pinch, you can put together a very nice little shelter with it. Alright. I will add to this that I usually keep a folding saw. An honest to God real folding saw that I keep in with all of these things. That hasn't been purchased yet. I could buy a cheap one, but I'd rather just spend the money and get a better one. Now, my old kit had a Katadyn filter in it. I didn't have the money at the time to buy this. You can tell this cost me $10. And this is one of those emergency straw filters. I kind of like the idea. It's light as a feather. I haven't taken it out of the package yet, but I've heard good things. And it says it takes out 99.9% of cytoplasm, whatever, and all kinds of other nasties. So we know that it's an effective filter, at least. And I don't know how much it filters. I didn't really read it too much. I just grabbed it and threw it in the thing. But I've heard good things about the Aquamira Frontier filter, so I bought one. For a first aid kit, because I always keep one in here, I usually make my own, and this will be modified. But this particular brand here, Adventure Medical, seems to have some good stuff in it. And while it doesn't have the quantity, it does have the quality of the items that I like. I've gone through and I like that a lot, so that's going to become something that I might just be happier with in the old set, especially when I add a few more odds and ends and goodies when they come along. And this is I thought about this. I'm like, okay, I've got a lot of little things that I used to throw in there, and they all come down to pretty much what's in this kit here. And this again is made by I believe this is Adventure Medical. I took it out of the package. I shouldn't have. And it's got a fire starter in it. It's got the Tinder Quick things there. It's got a whistle, which I haven't tried yet, a little compass, It's got a lot of good stuff in it. And the miniature star flash is a big thing for me. I had a signal mirror before, but I wasn't really happy with it. So SOL, I guess this is the name of the company anyway. All right. Now, I got a couple things here a little bit repetitive, but there's a reason for it. I've been using a canteen cup for cooking for a long time, and they come in very handy. This one here is brand new. I found it in amongst the gear. Well, brand new to me anyway. It's been sitting in a pile with a bunch of other stuff, old gear, that I just picked up on and thought it might be handy. This will eventually be mated with a canteen, military 1-quart canteen. I like them. I like the metal ones better, and if I can find a metal one again, because the other one was stolen, I will, because you can warm them by the fire and do all kinds of good things with that. Now for shelter, this is definitely a hole, okay? I'm not happy with this. Grab this frost cream drop cloth. It's really too thin, okay? But in a pinch, it'll at least reinforce a primitive shelter to keep me dry. And when you don't have anything, something's better than nothing, right? Right. Let's move on. Signaling, of course, I've got the whistle, but I also like having a roll of this stuff. And I've already opened this up and used it for a couple things. You can use it for tying stuff up as long as it doesn't need to take too much pressure or tension. But you can also find, if you're going to try to pick a path and find your way out, tying these on a few trees here and there so you can look back and see your path and follow your way back if you need to. This is a really good option to have. You can also tie it on things you want people to notice, like guy lines on tents. It's a really useful thing. Get it? This is Surveyor's non-adhesive Surveyor's tape. Get some, carry it with you. It will save you a lot of trouble. All right, duct tape. Self-explanatory as far as I'm concerned. This is the Ace brand. But to be sure when you're buying this stuff, not all duct tape is created equal. Get the cloth duct tape, the stuff you can see if you look in there. If you look at it when it's opened up, you can see little lines, and there's actually threads in the duct tape that make it a lot more sturdy. This is a cheap flashlight thing. It's got a compass on it, which I don't know if I'd ever really depend on, but it is there. It does have a light. It does have a strobing thing, which I don't know if I'd use it for that either. And there's a couple other features on it that might be useful, but it was free. Yes, free. I found it in a junk shop, in a box full of other things. But an inexpensive light like this, at least it's something, and it's going to be replaced. All right. This was a boon find. I was like, honest to God, nesting mess kit. These things are great. They really are useful. They give you a frying pan. They give you all kinds of things. This is one of the better ones. There's some cheap aluminum ones that look a lot like this that you can get in dollar stores. This one dates back to the 50s, I think, or 60s, and it's a Boy Scout model. But I used one when I was a kid a lot, and it's useful. And it's light as a feather. I mean, it really isn't take up any room or any weight to speak of. And you can store things inside it if you want that are more important than the cup and thing that come with it, and use it as kind of a bit of armor for whatever it is that's important to you. And you can do that with a lot of various options, but this one here was free. Or not free. I got it for, what was it? 99 cents at Salvation Army. Can't beat that. Looking at food, I got a couple options here I threw in. Went over to the store and I bought a bunch of these Nature Valley oats and honeys and peanut butter thing bars. I like these. They give you quick energy and they're really good for you. That gives you some food options. I also have 3 of these full-size MREs, which I will be field stripping so that they can fit a lot smaller space. If you get these things, don't keep them in these bags. They're just too bulky with these bags. In fact, get rid of the cardboard if you can, although the cardboard can be used to start fires. There's other options you can use for starting fires that are a lot lighter and more reliable, and even if they get soaked with water, you can still use them for something else. So field strip your MREs, which means take the plastic bag off of them, take them down to their little individual pouches and such. It just makes your life a lot easier. It takes a lot of weight out of them. They're bulky. I love these metal mugs. I've used them for years. They're a little heavy, but I like them. They make me feel good when I'm in the woods because it's old-timey, and they don't cost a lot of money either. And if I'm using the canteen cup to cook food, I'm going to need something to drink out of that doesn't taste like food. So there's another reason I like that. Now, I lost a really good set of binoculars when when they stole my kit. Somebody's got a really nice set. But these ones here, I've been carrying in my car for years. They're antique by all stretch of the imagination. In fact, I don't know if you can see it here. Let's see if I can find where it says it again here. Well, somewhere on here anyway, it says made in occupied Japan. That's kind of funny, isn't it? So that dates it around 1946, 45, late 45, 46. But they're a really great set of binoculars. They're clear and they're reliable. So I put those in there, even though they're not going to stay in there long. They're going to go back into the center console of my truck where they belong. So when I'm doing work, I have binoculars. But they're close enough in the kit in the back right now, so that's good. Now I'm going to talk about something else here. All right. This is what's going to be my burgeoning fire kit. All right. I have a pack of lighters I'm not going to bother pulling out. You know what lighters look like. But these things here are $1.99. They're fires. They call them fire sticks. I think they're made out of ground up cardboard, or I don't know what they are, but they do light a fire nice. And primitive skills are great. Primitive spark-based fire making is great. All of that good stuff. But you know what? Having something that's going to light a fire guaranteed in wet conditions is just such a valuable thing. It comes in its own Ziploc bag. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to unpackage it. Just carry it with you. If you really want to, if you're really, really, really worried about weight, you can take off the cardboard thing here. But I think that keeps them from getting all broken up. Not that I care, because I break them up before I use them anyway. I never need a full one of these things to start a fire. But when combined with a butane lighter, such as this one here, which I like these things, is piezoelectric butane lighters. They're bright. They light. They're really hot. They light a fire quickly, and I can get them pretty cheaply too. I got some dryer lint. That was free. Came with my clothes. I guess I bought the clothes, so I guess it cost me whatever it cost the clothes that it came out of. But anyway, I got dryer lint. That's great for starting fires. And I do have some trioxane fuel tabs, which also work for a trioxane stove. This is a lot of stuff. And I threw it together very shortly. Some of the stuff I had, some of the stuff I bought. The most important thing here is that you put a kit together, and you keep it, and you maintain it. And you don't put it in the back of your pickup truck, where the cap doesn't have a lock on it, so people can't take it out of there. Yep, I did a bonehead thing, and I had somebody steal my stuff and taught me a lesson in the process. I guess I should thank them, because it was a lesson I needed to learn. I got complacent, and that's what happens. So, don't get complacent. Make yourself a kit, because stuff happens. And I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and poke holes in what I've got, because it's got a whole bunch of them. This is a Swiss cheese kit as far as I'm concerned. And I know there's more stuff that goes in here, but I'd love to hear from you what you think should go in here. Please tell me everything. Just don't call me a ding-dong for not having things, because I had them, and they're gone. You can call me a ding-dong all you want, though, about leaving it in the back of an unlocked pickup truck. Anyway, this is the Ridge Runner, signing off.